Hey. Let me share it real quick. Hello. Hey there, Briz. How are you doing? How was your day? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hanging in there, you know. Been shopping all day. Oh, I used to love doing that. Hey, Mindy. What you up to today? You are, I can't see what painting your toenails? I need to get some nail polish and do mine. I left all my nail polish in Florida, so I don't have any. I need to get some. Mm, fingers, okay. Are you doing speech to text or? Oops. I'm gonna be doing some scripting stuff on some rock bios later. I'm gonna work on the Stevie Nicks one. And I think for the next guy, I was thinking I would do David Bowie. You know, his story is definitely one of a kind. So I was thinking he would be a good one. Just being lazy. That's what weekends are for. Hey there, State. How are you doing? So anyway, what do you guys think about David Bowie? You think that would be a good one? Mm. Hi there, Billy. How are you? Mm. So what do you guys think? David Bowie? You think he'd be a good one? Or should I stick more with like the heartthrob ones? Mm. Hey there, Oda. How are you? Oh, thank you. I'm trying to learn how to put on eyeshadow, and I'm not very good at it. I have it like halfway down my face and stuff. I have a lot to learn, but anyway. For the little rock bios that I do, we're trying to get our music channel up and going, and I'm working on one on Stevie Nicks right now. But I do a lot of the guys. I have maybe four on my channel, and I'm gonna try to make these longer and more detailed. And I'm trying to pick who, And I was thinking David Bowie, because David Bowie's very interesting, but he may not be the. It doesn't make sense to me, but he doesn't have that star draw like Steve Perry does. I don't know, it's weird. You'd think he would, but I think David Bowie is too. But while he was alive and making music, you know, he just, he wasn't that renowned, I guess, so, hmm but his story is so different than everybody else's. I mean, it was never about the music for him. It was about the fame for him, and he managed to do it. And he knew and understood controversy works, and he used it to the utmost. So, mm, anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to do him anyway because I'm kind of called to. So I'm, yeah. And then I don't know who I'll do after those two, but for some reason I just feel like I have to do Stevie Nicks and David Bowie. So, so what it was all's going on around YouTube tonight, you guys? Or do I want to know? Love to know. Oh, I've got a little bio on him. I need to make it a longer one. That one, he's got more clout than any of the rest of them, and I don't get a lot of views on him, but he has double what everybody else does. It's just the name Steve Perry. The Real Music Observer has basically made his whole channel off the name Steve Perry. Um, yeah, I would love to do a longer one on him. I think I might have to do that. So, mm, think I should do who, Billy? What you're drawing? Yeah, yeah. That's when they usually turn out to be the best, is when you're drawn to do them. So I never thought about Greg Allman. I'll be honest with you. I kind of have a slight aversion to him because Cher gets on my ever-loving nerves. Cher drives me absolutely batshit. And just the fact that he was married to her at one time, yeah. you know, it, it's, yeah. So, and I don't know why. I don't know why she gets on my nerves like she does. The woman's a legend. I mean, she's amazing. But she gets on my damn nerves. I mean, I don't know. David Bowie, yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do him. But I like to do like the heart throbby ones, you know. Um, I'm probably gonna have to do Billy Joel too, just because he's amazing. I mean, he is amazing. So I'm probably gonna have to do him too. I had a couple names in my head. Yup, yup. Story of my life. But anywho. So is anything good going on YouTube tonight? We got any big fighting and shit going on? I've already done Billy Idol. hmm I've done Billy Idol, John Bon Jovi, Paul Stanley, Steve Perry, Peter Frampton, and Peter Frampton's was boring as shit. That had to be the most boring one ever. But yeah, Peter Sinners. I don't know who that is. Oh, thank you, Oda. Mm, I don't know if this it's like a dark gray, and it brings out the green in them bad. So, oh, do you mean Cetera? Do you mean Peter Cetera State? Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He might would be a good one. Hmm. He's more. Paul Stanley stands out of Kiss. You know, each one of them they can stand on their own. Peter Cetera, you pretty much see him as a group. You know, um, not many that really hit big with a group can stand out on their own. Steve Perry can, Paul Stanley can, Phil Collins probably could. Well, yeah, I know he could. I mean, Eric Clapton. Ooh, that would be a good one. I need to do his. Oh, that would be a great one. Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers. Oh, yeah. Never know what it's got. I know, Billy. It's so hard to keep up with from one day to the next. You know, I can't keep up with it either. I was just wondering. It seems like on the weekends there's always a fire going somewhere. You know, so I was just trying to figure out where it's at so that I can avoid it. You know, uh, it seems like they here lately a lot of them come gunning for me, and I just can melt my undies with that voice. Yeah, yeah. I went to see the Doobie Brothers one time. It was 95 in Tupelo, Mississippi. They were with Leonard Skinner. Now, when I bought tickets, I bought the tickets because of the Doobie Brothers. And then I get there and I find out they're the opening act. And I'm like, wait a minute, how fucked up is this? The Doobie Brothers are legendary. You know, back during Vietnam, they're legendary. And they were the opening act. I was still thrilled to see them, but I just felt it was just wrong. It should have been the other way around, you know. And yeah. Hey, Doreen. I know, I know. So I just sit off in the corner. Right, Billy? So jealous, dude. Oh, yeah, I saw Leonard Skinner 4 times. But the first time I went to see them, I went to see them for the Doobie Brothers. The second time I saw them, they had the lead singer of Bad Company um, opening for them. And I don't remember who the other two opening bands they had were. It was Mississippi. You went and did what was available, you know. And I've never been that big of a Leonard Skinner fan either, but it was something to do, you know. So, but now that dude from Bad Company, he still had a hell of a voice. I mean, he did now. Um, John Cougar Mellencamp, he had a hell of a voice. I saw him on the Scarecrow tour. That's how long ago that was. Travis Tritt, probably the best entertainer I have ever seen. And I'm a big Kissaholic. He would have kicked their ass off the stage. He is the only one I will say that about. Um, he's amazing. Got to see Clapton. Oh, God, I would love to see him. Yeah. Oh, this was the Scarecrow tour. You know, he was real big at that time. He had just went. He was still John Cougar Mellencamp at that time. And he was amazing. He was. That was in Pensacola, Florida, that I went and saw him. So, mm. And I saw Kiss in Pensacola. Who opened for them that time? Some stupid little band. The only time I remember Kiss having good opening bands, and I've seen them like 4 or 5 times, was when they had Sebastian Bach, who sucks. He sucks in his performance. He sucks in his politics for sure. He used to be badass back in the day, but he sucks now. And they had Ted Nugent with them. And Ted Nugent, oh wow, mm-hmm, he kicks ass. Little pink houses, mm-hmm. Hey dear Vivian, hey Brit, choked on Bach. He's. I used to like him back in the day, but now his politics piss me off so bad I can't get past it. You know, how is it? I'm sorry, but these celebrities piss me off. I understand what they're saying when they say, do something about the guns, do something about the guns. Sure, I understand that. But don't tell people not to pray. Don't tell people to shove their prayers up their ass. And that is what Sebastian Bach did. And I'm just like, you're just a little motherfucker. I'm, mm-mm. So, you know, hi there, she. Sebastian Bach knows your mom, Brisby. My mom loves Alice Cooper. Oh, I love Alice Cooper. Traveled with him for 2 weeks. Hell yeah. The Nuge. Yes, the Nuge. Saw Ted a few times. He's a liberal, but it's not that. I mean, I don't care if you're a liberal. It's the disrespect of telling the people who all they could do was pray, and he's telling them to shove it up their ass. You know, him and Richard Marx both, you know, it's just ridiculous. And it's like, do you not realize you just lost half the people that buy your shit when you make comments like that? I'll never buy another damn thing of his, ever. You know? He used to be. He's not anymore, Billy, Lord. Mm-hmm. Guilty of saying that, too. No, sorry. What, you told people to shove their prayers up their ass? Brit. But I mean, it's like, if that's all they can do, you know, why would you tell them, hey, that's not good enough when that's all they can do, you know? I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I do. I understand both sides of that argument. Now, my personal opinion, ain't nobody gonna get my gun. But I'm not saying that I don't understand the other side and see the other side. I do. It's just that I don't think the way to accomplish it is by telling people to take their prayers and shove it up their ass. You know, you don't. That's never gonna. You know, that's never gonna work. Oh yeah, Richard Marx too. Yeah, yeah. Who is Alice Cooper? That is cool. That is cool. Anyone that tries to get her. Well, and I mean, okay, like Brit is part of a campaign when people needlessly die. I understand all that. I understand the fight to try to get illegal guns under control. I absolutely do. I don't, that's not my personal feelings on it, but I don't have a problem with somebody who does it that way. But when they carry it to an ugly place like Bach and Marx did, by telling people to shove their prayers up their ass when they want to pray for the families of the victims, that is a whole other level to me, you know? So, look at Chicago and Detroit. Exactly. I mean, I understand the argument. I do. I do. And sadly, legal gun owners could very well lose rights to their guns because of the illegal gun owners and everything. I understand all that. I just don't think, you know, the prayer comment, that was just way too, you know. It's like the only thing I can do is pray for the victims and their family. And then this asshole has-been rock star is telling me to shove it up my ass. No, No, you shove it up yours. I'll never listen to your ass again, you know? I mean, all fuckery at this point. I stay in my bubble, right? Mm, well, I mean, I do understand the fight. I do. I just think that the way to fix it is through respect and adult conversation and saying hateful things like what they said is never gonna is never helpful. You know, it's only hurtful and it actually alienates them. So, a mental health issue, not a gun issue. Right, right, Mindy. So I'm just exactly. And mm, I don't know. It just is what it is. I mean, I just wish that entertainment in general, and I mean all of it, and I'm not really saying the prayer comment towards the public. It's more 45 tweeting. Right, I understand that, Britt. I mean, I can understand that. It must get aggravating um, when you want to see more than prayers. I can understand that. But sometimes people like me, that's all we can do, you know? But I understand. I understand. I forgot what I was saying, though. Y'all remember? Shit. Let me go back and see if it reminds me. Oh, entertainment. Yeah. And I'm talking all facets of it now. They all want to talk politics, and we just want to go hear the music. We don't want to. Boy George, even. And I mean, I understand his point. He's like, hey, then don't come. Well, no, we want to hear you sing Karma Chameleon. We don't want to hear your opinion on politics in Bolivia. We don't give a fuck. No, we didn't pay for that. So, and same thing when you want to watch the Oscars. You just want to watch the damn Oscars. You don't want to hear all the political bullshit, This and football, exactly. And we paid those guys how many millions to stand out there and throw a damn football around, and they want to pretend to be offended of some shit that ain't nothing got to do with nothing, and refuse to honor the American flag, the country that they live in, that gives them the damn right to refuse it. I have no respect for that. Okay, so maybe you don't like America, but you're just making yourself out to be an asshole. You're not standing out for the poor, the weak, and the oppressed. You're just a dick. What about all the damn veterans that, what about the ones that didn't make it back? They didn't get to come back from war, because I'm sure as shit that they would be offended as hell that they take a knee instead of pledging. Hey Kelly, hey there Alyssa. But I mean, that's just my opinion. But I think it's horseshit that they did that. It's ridiculous. I remember when football players were like heroes. I mean, seriously, they were. A lot of the athletes were. Hell, a lot of them even had damn cartoons about them back in the 70s, like Muhammad Ali. They were heroes. Now, they're just, disgusting. Keeping quite well. All right, Britt. I mean, I understand both sides. I do. I'm going to quit talking about politics, Britt, because I don't want to make you uncomfortable. And I know, ours are different, so I'll hush. We'll talk about something else. So what you up to, Alyssa? Mm, unless Melvin wants to tell me how fucked up he thinks America is, because he does that a lot, because he's Canadian and he's pissed off because the exchange rate is shit. And then something's going on with our steel or something. And yeah, so apparently we're not in good relations with Canada, which is weird because we always have been, always. And then we get Trump and Trudeau, and they butt heads, which Trudeau is a fucking idiot anyway. But yeah, so that's for the first time we're not having good relations there, and that I don't remember that ever happening. Exactly. Shit talking per usual, Lord. If you feel oppressed in the last 10 years. Yeah, Mindy. Well, thank you, Britt. Mm, well, I respect you guys too, and I'm not going to talk about anything that makes you uncomfortable. So we'll move on to other things. So USA is having problems just as we are. Oh yeah. I mean, there's problems everywhere. Further back than 10 years, just right. Disagree. Exactly. But love my. Well, see, yeah, Doreen. I mean, I'm the same way, but apparently there's something going on with relations between the countries on a government level, is what I'm saying. So, um, yeah, yeah, just all kinds of yeah. Basically, one of those bitch wars between Trump and Trudeau. Basically, I don't like you because you did this. I don't like you because you did that. Well, I'm going to do this now. Nanny, nanny, boo boo, basically. So, when does Trump think it's all going to come back? I don't understand. What is it's all? When does he think what's all going to come back? Crazy. Hey, SK. How are you doing? Think what's going to come back, Melvin? You're not doing well? Britt, what's wrong? All the lost business that went to China. Well, I'm sure he's got a plan, Melvin. Now, I know that a lot of people are not fans of Trump. I personally am behind him 100% on the America First thing. Um, and there is not a bully like Donald Trump. Uh, he will get it done. He will get it done. If there is anyone that he comes up against that he can't get it done with, it'll be the Chinese, and I don't even see that happening. He'll get it done. So, how are you doing? Oh, just hanging out, SK. Lipstick, chapstick. Mm, chapstick. My lips are chapped. Anyway, what's wrong, Britt? Hey there, Mimi. How are you doing? Do we need to look in the cards for you, Britt? So what's going on around YouTube tonight, Tanya? Don't worry, it's okay. I'll be fine. Okay. Well, if you decide that you want me to, just let me know in a DM or whatever, and I'll be happy to look for you. So, because you don't never know. There might be some fantastic thing about to happen, you know? How did I get into tarot? How did I? God, it was so long ago. Uh, we started out, we were like meditating on the different symbols and pulling one to see how our day would go. It was like a daily tarot, and we were like, we'd pick a card and we, okay, today is going to be about, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of blossomed from there. And then the more I did it, the more it's actually pretty fascinating because when you get started doing it, I still learn from every single reading that I do. So, there's always a new definition to a card that I had never placed before. So it's I don't know, it's kind of like a love affair with them. You get started, and if they speak to you, and they do, it just kind of, hey there, Colleen. But I don't go, right, right, Mimi. Start my new job. Yay. Oh, yeah, hell, I used to love bartending. You'll have a ball, SK. Got into tarot from my friend. Yeah, bartending is a fun job, though. You'll love that. You'll love, and as pretty as you are, you'll probably make a killing. So, you know, mm, I have seen some people have a lot of talent with the oracle cards, Billy. They have never spoken to me like tarot speaks to me. It's different for everybody. You have to find something that speaks to you. Some people, the pendulum works. Some people, the Ouija board, even though Ouija is a little different. I mean, if somebody has a gift with the oracle cards, absolutely. I've seen it nail some situations. It's just not a gift that I have. Um, it's I'm too into my tarot. I prefer it every time. So Zen oracle cards. Let me go back. I missed a little. Start on Wednesday. Hell yeah. But I wasn't sure if you don't mind. Of course, I'd be happy to, Brett. Sure. Do you want to? We'll go ahead. We'll do a full snapshot and see what we're looking at. Done it before. I don't know what my deal is. Okay. Are we still having a boy? Damn you. Zen Oracle. By the beautiful. Yes, yes, random. Absolutely. Started tarot when I was 12. The old 52. Mm-hmm. It went over my head. Yeah, tarot is fascinating, yes. Okay. We're going to see what we can find from Miss Britt. I have no idea what I'm looking for, Britt, so we'll piece it together. So, okay. Okay. I miss a lot of chat when I'm reading. All right, we're going to take this card by card, mainly because I'm not sure if this is happening to you or if you're watching this happen to someone else. But there's a big emotional loss that's either hitting you hard or you're watching it. Whenever a card is reversed, it either has a negative impact on you or it's happening to someone else and you're watching. An emotional loss now. And then it's covered with looking into the past. The energy all around it is wistfulness and remembering the past. So the other things that are on your mind are taking a break, resting, and a Queen of Swords. Now, a queen usually reminds us to be like her. This queen is reversed. Um, so I think what she's saying is maybe it's time you spoke up and just were completely blunt and honest and, hey, kiss my ass, this is how I feel, and if you don't like it, that's just tough. When she's reversed, it kind of says that you're not being her. So my first question has got to be, who had the emotional loss here? And what kind of loss was it? Did someone actually pass or did a relationship end? Um, and the reason why I ask if it was somebody passing is because the Four of Swords, sometimes it can mean that, but other times it just means taking a break. So I'm not sure which one I'm looking at here. Truthfully, I want to say it was a breakup, and that maybe you guys broke up because somebody wasn't being completely honest with you about something. But I'm not sure, so that's why I need you to help me nail down so that I can get to the future part here. Was the emotional loss yours, or are you watching it? A couple of people I was close to passed away. Was one of them a woman that was very outspoken and blunt? Because that could be where the Queen of Swords is. Nope. And you yourself, have you had any other emotional loss? Have you broken up with anybody? Have you watched somebody you're close to break up with somebody? And this would be recent. This would be within the last, I'd say, probably month. Hmm. Okay, well, let's tackle it from a different perspective. Are you the one that's looking back into the past and doing a lot of remembering right now? Is that you, or okay? All right, well, then if that's you, then it's going to be your emotional loss affecting you negatively, which grieving is a negative emotion. So that makes sense. Okay, now if she wasn't the Queen of Swords, or if there wasn't a Queen of Swords that passed, then that's a reminder to you to be the Queen of Swords. Speak up. Say what's on your mind. Don't take no shit off anybody. That Queen of Swords, she don't put up with no shit. And if she's turned upside down in your reading, that means you're not assertive enough. You need to assert yourself. Hey, minds. And I saw somebody else too. Hey, Nikki. Um, so that would be what that is. Okay, now we're going to go to the future here. Now, your future, your immediate future, is the Seven of Swords. Now, it's reversed, so I don't know if it's going to have, which it's a negative card, so it's going to have a negative impact. It always, always represents deception and possible thievery. Always. This is in your immediate future, so just be on guard. Um, yeah, just be on guard. We can pull a few more cards to look at it harder, but I think it's going to be someone that you've known pretty much your whole life. And it could just be a deception is a deception when it comes to the cards. Um, but I do think whoever it is going to be somebody that you've known your whole life, possibly even family, that's going to try to deceive you. What do you do for a living, Britt? And the reason why I'm asking is because your final outcome card here. Mm. We missed you too, Mines. Okay, I didn't see her say anything, y'all. Did she say something and I didn't respond? I didn't see it. You don't work at the moment. Have you ever worked in fiction? Because your final outcome card is the card of fantasies and dreams. It might pay for you to sit down and live those fantasies and dreams, through a story. Um, and it will help you purge a lot of this too. And if you're not working at the moment, it's the perfect time. Now, other things that these three cards together could warn about, just to kind of try to explain to you how they fit together. You could very well have a cousin or someone that you've known your whole life try to get you involved in like a pyramid scheme and fill your head full of, oh, hey, it's going to be so wonderful, blah, blah. Remember, these three cards can fit together in a lot of different scenarios, but basically they come down to a deception. Someone from your childhood is the deceiver, or someone that you've known your whole life, and your head being full of dreams. So the fantasy card could be something that they try to spin you into, or it could be telling you that maybe that's, something that you should go for. And I'm fixing to pull a card to find out if that's what it's saying. Because, see, I'm seeing positive off of the fantasy card. So I want to make sure I'm right. The other two cards were reversed. The fantasy card is upright. So I'm seeing it as being a good thing for you. Yeah, and then the Fool appears. And the Fool is always the beginning of a new journey. Um, I think you should go ahead and indulge that side a little bit. Indulge your dreams a little bit. Just see where they take you. So, do you have any questions? And we'll pull on direct questions. That way, if that made no sense to you, it very well might in a couple of days. I've had that happen pretty regular. But that way, if you ask questions, we can get those answered direct. So, had issues with a person in my family. Are they trying to spin this big story to you or something? Then Lupa, how do we get a reading from you? Okay, my email is in the description box. for the kind of reading that I just did, plus questions, whenever I'm doing a tarot live, a $10 donation. But I do offer private readings that are $40 for an hour, and we get all of your questions answered in those. So I know what sleep paralysis is, mines. Have you been having trouble with that? They've done it my whole life. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. I don't have service, just Wi-Fi. Yeah, see, I don't have Wi-Fi, just data. Yeah, sleep paralysis is scary. They used to call it being hagged minds. And some of the old paintings where the people are laying there asleep and they have that demon on their chest, watching them sleep, that little goblin looking thing, that's actually sleep paralysis. It's been going on since the beginning of time. So, does your data chew during lives? Does my data chew? I have unlimited data, so had that sleep paralysis. Haven't been sleeping well because what did you see? Mines. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Ooh. Am I on live chat? I'm supposed to be. Happens pretty often. Had it the other night. Sleep paralysis is scary. I have never had it, knock on wood. But I have had a lot of occasions of twilight where you're half asleep, half awake, and you hear someone talking to you. I've had that a lot. So, yawning. Oh, it just happens to me sometimes random, especially when I'm reading cards. Especially when I'm reading cards, it's weird. Anyway, Mines, what did you see? And Britt, if you have any questions, y'all, if she asks a question and y'all don't see me respond, y'all let me know, because I don't know why I'm still not getting everything. About 9. Let me look. Yeah, it's about 9 here, too. So, Saturday night. Yep. Oh, you're very welcome, hon. Now I'm proud too. If you can't think of any questions right now, but some hit you later, you can just DM them to me, and we'll get them answered for you. So, seeing a tall figure standing in the corner of my room, long arms, skinny, had glowing eyes, and was walking towards me, and heard white noise the whole time. Really? It was all black. Hmm. When was this? And did you move to a new place? I mean, is this the first time anything like that has ever happened? It was about 8 feet tall. Skinny. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Hey there, Angela. I don't know. You better do something to clear it. Um, is I know it was just me hallucinating. How do you know that? Mine's. If it was okay, let's look at that. Even if it was, how is it going to hurt to burn some sage, to ring a bell, to ask it to leave, and to asperge salt water? How is that going to hurt? It's not going to hurt a thing. Better safe than sorry. You know, just burn the sage, put the salt water, ring that bell, and tell it it's got to go. That only love and light can stay. Keep missing these live chats. Oh, nothing much. We're just hanging out right now. Mine's is telling us about an encounter with the spirit here recently. So, no, it's not going to hurt a thing. Better say, right, Britt? Mm, mm-hmm. You don't have, seriously, it, get it out of the kitchen, break you off a little chunk of a charcoal brick, put it in something fireproof like an ashtray, sprinkle that sage on top of that burning little chunk now because it usually has lighter fluid, so chunk. Sprinkle that sage on it and waft that stinky ass smoke around. I mean, you can do that. It can be done. Right, Angela? And if you don't want to use the little charcoal briquette, then the candle, drop it straight into the candle flame and do the same thing. You know, my spirits would go away. It's creepy, kind of. Yeah, yeah, it can be. There's something, but it's not. It's I don't know how to describe it yet. Um, Yeah, it's not creepy or anything. It doesn't scare me. It's just there, you know. Every now and then it'll like mess with my hair, or it'll like touch me, you know. Yeah. So I never thought about hitting the kitchen. Out loud. You can stay out of the bathroom in the bedroom, right? At times, and I live alone. Yeah. Been there, Alyssa. Sleep paralysis is, though you're in a state of dreaming. It's not. It's hallucinations. But who researched that? Minds, doctors? Because, see, there's a whole other level to things that they don't research. And how do you think you access the astral plane? The astral plane is the plane of imagination. It is very, very real, you know. So, more afraid of the living, right? Mm. Plays with your, and a bag of white sage, and a braid of sweetgrass, yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not, I mean, even if it was just you hallucinating, still, you know, personally, I wouldn't take a chance. I would back it up on every level I could. If I really didn't want to see it again, you know, most of the time it is sleep paralysis, but on the occasions, ever get video type image like quit one. Uh, a couple of people have told me that they've seen orbs when I'm doing readings. I never have. No. Uh, mm, I just, at night when I'm trying to go to sleep, it'll like tickle my foot and make me jump sky high because it's so obviously a tickle. And I mean, you can't really mistake that, you know? So, yeah. Exactly. You see through the veil. Exactly. There's a school of thought minds that talking about astral projection. Study that just a little bit. There's a silver cord that binds us to our bodies. But at night, that's where deja vu comes from. At night, we don't remain roped into the body. We fly freely while the body sleeps. So you'll see things, and then later you'll see them in real life, and you'll have that deja vu sense. That's where that comes from. So, how do you know where you were when you saw that? You see what I'm saying? Where is your book? Both of them are on Amazon, Oda. I have two of them. I don't know if I have the links in my about column or not. I may have. If I don't, I need to do that. Mm-hmm. Saw a green orb on one of my... Yeah, yeah, I've had a couple people tell me that they see orbs when I do read. What's it under? Okay, Elemental Witch is the title of one of them, and the other one is Pagan Anger Magic. And then I'm in a lot of the Llewellyn's almanacs. So, dream of loved ones. I don't really see anything when I'm awake. One of my kids used to, with deja vu, Tammy is drawing out the weirdos. Now, behave me if you. It's like the spirit leaves them. Exactly, exactly, Alyssa. And I mean, it's been around, since the beginning of time. So, hey there, Pie. It's pagan anger magic and elemental witch are innocent, so they are stronger. Didn't know yet. Yep, I do, Billy. Is it buffering bad? Mm-hmm. Mm. Alright, let me light this thing back up like I need it. I had a dream. Taking a walk and I saw a car. All the doors open and stuff on. The next day I was walking to my girlfriend's house. And I said, exactly, mine's. Hey there, KD. Start going to sleep. I sometime visit a train station that takes the spirits. I know, it's funny what images the mind creates. Some people would see it train stations, some people would see it balls of light. I mean, you know, hmm what about outer body, scary stuff? Like me one too, yeah. Mine's, hey, I have a question for you. I need a little opening jingle um, for my channel. Reckon you could do me one and give me permission to use it? I mean, it would have to be just mine, but I would let everybody know that you wrote it. Mm. Mm. Oh, where, Alyssa? It doesn't matter. Just whatever comes to you. Hopefully it won't be something like, I know this bitch, but just whatever comes to you, really. So, and I guess probably about like 30 seconds, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't have to be long, just like a little intro music thing. So, what did he say? I missed it. What'd you say, Mivian? Mm, Melvin's rock solid, you guys. He doesn't, he's not into all this, so he probably thinks we're all crazy. Thank you, Mines. I appreciate it. Something that would make you think of Tammy. Mm, I don't tell nobody. I'm working real hard on my bitch rep. Hell, I thought I was doing pretty good. In a week's time, I'm a cult leader. I'm a cokehead. I'm a lot lizard. I'm a prank phone call maker. I'm busy. Shit. you know? Quickly close and reopen. Okay. But yeah. So where's the alert? Um, Sort of eerie vibe, but also sweet and calming. Am I eerie? What is the second book? I don't remember which one I told you first. It's Elemental Witch and Pagan Anger Magic. Have to reboot. Mm, funny and sweet. Well, I've heard I'm a little bit of everything from people that don't know anything about me, so go figure, right? At least we're not lying clams. Thank you. Exactly. Oh, okay, mine's. Just whatever you come up with is going to be fine with me. So, mm, hump our toilets, right? Well, I'll tell you what, that just, yeah. Mm. Oh, thank you, State. Saw that you were going live, but never got the notification. It's weird. Pi, sometimes it sends them out, and sometimes it don't, and hell, I never know, you know. I probably need to get off here for a little while and charge up my phone because we're going to do a mean stream here in a little bit. But I just wanted to see if anybody wanted a tarot reading while we were waiting. So Angela shushed me. The nerve. See a ghost versus... Right? Exactly. I tell you what, that one... yep. I'm going to hush. We need to wait for the mean stream. We're going to do that mean stream too. Shit. What's a mainstream? Mainstream is when we all get together and we just talk whatever hateful shit we want to talk. You know, if we got something we want to bitch about, something we want to say, that's the place to say it, you know. So that's, yeah, that's what it is. But we don't lie about it. We say outright, it's a mainstream, you know. So, Nikki, look, okay. We have a bitching channel here. Mm-hmm. Yep, we bitch every night. Well, just about every night for a little while, so pissed me off at some of... Well, of course they can, Doreen. It's there is nobody else. It's her. And the few that there are, yeah, I mean, I'll look at it like this. If they're that crazy, I don't fucking want them over here anyway. You know, so... exactly. Mm, she is literally right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, she is? Where? The mainstream can be the start of being the badass queen. Watch out. Yup. Look up a few comments above. Are you talking about Angela? And I've talked to her on the phone, so I know it's not. If that's who you're talking about. To blame it all on you. I know, Doreen. She's a liar. Hey there, Cece. Mm, mm, yeah, if that's who you meant, yeah, she's not. How's the weather by you, Tammy? It was hot. It's hot. Mm, well, exactly, Alyssa, exactly. I'm sure she knows. I'm sure she knows. I mean, we have had so many of them come in here out of nowhere, and yeah, so I'm sure she knows that. So keep a lookout. We have to. Hell, right, Doreen? Mm, I'm gonna head out for now. All right. See you on the mainstream mines. Oh yeah, hell, we have to be with the way. Trust me, with some of the crap that they're trying to do, we have to be. We have to be. Did you see my last video? Meowsta, right? Melvin. I think people can see it all right in front of their eyes, Doreen. You know, I can name about 800 people that have seen it, and the majority of it that they've seen, they watched her do herself. So, to watch them before the mainstream. Oh yeah, I know. Exactly, exactly, Britt. But showed all my. Yep. I mean, I've heard plenty of it too. Of course, there are some more that I could show, but True Blue, Tammy and I have. Mm. Well, all right, you guys, I'm going to click that X and probably take about an hour. And then hopefully I will see all of you back for the mean stream. Go watch something that pisses you off and get ready because we going to be mean as hell tonight. Anyway, love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon.